Also tonight, people in a New Caney community tell ABC 13 they're fed up with their water bills.
They say the fees are getting out of control. At 6, we told you about a woman who says her bills are more than double than what she's used to.
13 Investigates Micah Hatfield started looking into it and found this problem expands well beyond this one neighborhood.
Lisa Easter bought her first home in a new subdivision in New Caney in the fall of 2024. Instead of enjoying what comes with being a first-time home buyer,
completely feel trapped.
She says her water bill from Texas Water Utilities has ruined it for her. Take a look at her most recent bill. In addition to her usage, she's paying $138 in base fees for her water and sewer, putting her bill at $210. Since she's been in the home for the last year, Texas Water Utilities has raised the fees by about $20 a month. At the previous home she rented in Cypress, Easter says her highest bill was about $75.
In my life, I've never even paid a water bill that high. And I've been able to use a lot of water in the past and still not had a bill that high.
At first, 13 Investigates thought that Easter's neighborhood was the only one struggling with the fees from Texas Water Utilities because it was a new area. But then we found out that about 750 of the company's customers filed what's called a ratepayer protest with the Public Utility Commission on one of Texas Water Utilities' recent requests for an increase. It was people across the state in about 50 cities who wrote into the PUC asking them to deny the additional increase. Some wrote in their protest that Texas Water Utilities just took over water service for their already established neighborhood, and their bills shot up.
My husband and I are both about to turn 72, and we live on a limited income of Social Security.
I'm sure we're not the only ones with this problem.
This community is facing a water rate hike that is simply devastating to our families.
This is absolutely outrageous. Someone has got to step in and help us.
Just seems like this would be a bit exorbitant.
I don't understand any of this, how they want and need more money every year.
With that many people speaking out about the hardships these increasing costs are putting on Texas families, we wondered if the PUC was actually taking their concerns into account. We asked the PUC, and they told us that input from ratepayers is, quote, extremely important, and that they encourage Texans to get involved in the process. A spokesman also said that there is no cap on the fees, meaning there's no limit to how high they can get. We also asked the PUC how often they deny a request for a rate increase, and they said they don't keep totals of how each case is resolved. Joe Jimenez, founder of Fairwater Texas, an advocacy group for ratepayers, told us the outrage over Texas Water Utilities prices is not unique.
Just having the opportunity to turn on your faucet there is a standing cost to that, and they call that the base rate.
Jimenez says utility companies are constantly needing to upgrade their infrastructure, and that comes with a cost. But the size of the company's customer base is key. Texas Water Utilities confirms they use what's called regionalized pricing, meaning fees paid by a customer in one part of the state may go to pay for improvements for customers elsewhere.
The days of mild cost increases are probably over for consumers, and that's distressing.
We brought the customers' concerns to Texas Water Utilities. A spokesman said they understand the customers have concerns regarding affordability and that their rates are determined through the PUC. A spokesman for the company says that the customers have multiple opportunities to participate in rate-setting proceedings and that they have assistance programs for customers experiencing financial difficulties. According to the link they sent us on their website, customers who are low income or over 65 can qualify for up to $40 off of their bill a month. Easter doesn't fall in either category.
It feels like us against them, and it shouldn't be. And I know that people like to cringe when they hear about governmental regulation, but it is important to have some regulation because it avoids instances like this.
One way to let your voice be heard is to file a ratepayer protest with the PUC. But 1/10 of the company's customer base has to file one to trigger the rate appeal process. For Texas Water Utilities, that's about 6,100 people. Or you can take it a step further and become an intervener, which means you become an active part of the hearings. The PUC tells us that several people applied and were granted intervener status in Texas Water Utilities' recent filing. Joe Jimenez with Fairwater, Texas, told us that the days of customers sitting back and absorbing the increases should be gone. He says it's time to get involved. Micah Hatfield, ABC 13 Eyewitness News.